Oh, alive.
We're live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the village table. Me, myself, Aaron, and my pal over here.
Got myself Oscar. How you guys doing? Lovely Sunday morning.
A lovely Sunday morning. We like to welcome you.
Yeah,
The aim of this is what we're trying to do is, just a safe space for people to talk, listen, just relate to life. There's nothing, no kind of niche to it as such.
yeah,
We're just going to talk about general day to day things that have gone on in our lives, things that people can relate to. It's a place where we just hope that you can get involved and kind of get things off your chest. Talk to people. Um, you know, and hopefully we can get some positive feedback from it.
yeah.
So Oscar, how's things, mate? Talk to me.
Yeah, things have been alright, Started a new job, Well, I think it's like 7 weeks in. Every time I go to work and everyone asks me, how long you been here? I'm like, I think it's like my seventh week. But it's moved so fast there, and there's a lot been going in my own personal life in it, so it's kind of hard to sometimes live in the moment because you're so busy and you're rushing there, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but I'm okay. I think, it's been a tough few weeks, I would say, but I'm getting there, I'm actually enjoying the workplace more than I did, like, not my previous workplace. My previous workplace, I liked it, but the one before that I didn't really like. So, like, my manager asked me the other day, "Oh, how you finding it?" I think he thought he was a bit worried because I came in at such a busy period, and he thought, "Oh no, I haven't really given you time, to show you X, Y, and Z." But I'm like,
Hmm.
me personally, I'm used to chaos in it, so um, I kind of find a way to make it work when there's chaos. It's not great all the time, but I'm not one to just sit down and twiddle my thumbs and think, "Oh no, this is going bad." I just find a way. So. And to them, it might have been chaos. To me, it was just like, it was a bit busy. It was just busy. It wasn't that difficult. But other than that, it's okay. So how about you? What's your
Yeah,
life
no,
like?
it's good. Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations on your new job.
Oh, cheers, pal. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no, that's right. So what is it you actually do? Because you didn't say what is the job role you've got.
Oh,
So with the transition, have you transitioned from something you're used to something you're still used to, or is it something completely different now? Is that why the transition is being a little bit tough?
um, I wouldn't say the transition's been tough. It's just been. I wouldn't say tough because of work. It'd be more like personal, outside of work,
Okay.
tough. Then that's kind of
Hmm.
that also adds extra added pressure because when you go to work, you've got to somehow just switch off and just be
I hear
in
it.
work mode.
Yeah, I
But
definitely hear it.
it's not. We're kind of in the same field in it, so it's maintenance really. So my last role, I was more physically doing the role, which I wasn't enjoying anymore because I've been doing it for such a long time.
So
So
sorry to interrupt you. Just tell what do you mean by maintenance? So like when you say maintenance, is it like, engineering, construction? There's all different kind of maintenance in that aspect. So, just for the listeners, what is it specifically that you kind of maintain?
buildings, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Okay, okay,
Maintain
sweet.
buildings, yeah.
So
So
when you say buildings like hotels and
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that, yeah.
Before it was like hotels and yeah, hotels, built to rent, and buildings like for these new ones you see built everywhere in London. I did
Hmm.
that for a little while, and then after that, I done communal spaces like just managing estates and stuff,
Oh,
and
nice.
that was my previous role. I did enjoy it, but it just got a bit
Too
much,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I had to
yeah, yeah.
travel all over the place, and I kind of got like, no, I don't really want to get up early to go drive to the other side of London and then come back at night. It was just too much for me. So kind of
No,
got
that's
when I got
annoying.
offered this role. Actually, one of my good friends I used to work with at my previous company. Not let's say like I've had a lot of new jobs. Not because because of anything bad. It's just because people was offering me new jobs in it. But I used to work with him, and he told me about this current place I'm working now, and he was like, "Oh yeah, come through. Like they've got great opportunity for growth and so forth." First, I didn't believe him. I was like, "Everybody says that about the workplace."
Yeah, they do.
And to be fair, he's been true to his word. it's going good, and it's kind of led me down a career path that I actually wanted to go down before I took my previous role. And yeah, so it's fairly good. So yes, this maintenance based. I've been working in hotels for a long time, doing maintenance there, and just gradually, been progressing in that field. Yeah, so it was more. It was more. So this is more private sector, I would say.
Okay, okay, nice. No, well, congratulations on that for one.
Sure.
And do you know, I think the one thing that I would say about the transition is from that is, just try and stay focused. I know it can be a lot to deal with, especially, if you've got things going on in your personal life. But I feel like, it's one of them things that if you can get through it, if you can really get through it, you'll reap the rewards from it.
Yeah.
So congrats, and stick to it, my man. That's one thing
Yeah.
I've got to say. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah.
No, one thing I would also say, sorry to cut you off. I've also had like good mentors. Like, not like I haven't actually physically gone out my way and asked to can you be my mentor. Just been accidental mentors. So
Hmm.
like, I had like a previous manager. I can't even say his name. His name is Ryan, and he always told me that, "Oh, Oscar, get off the tools. Like, go behind the desk. Like, you know so much." Because my degree is in oil and gas management. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's where my educational background comes from. But
Hmm.
as you know, we've been friends for a long time. Like, I'm kind of most multifaceted. I kind of like a lot of things. Like I like media, I like football. I just like everything in it. So it's just trying to hone onto one thing is kind of difficult for me because I don't. Not that I'm not saying I get bored. It's just I like a lot of things. A lot of things interest me. So my partner even says to me all the time, "Oh, how do you know so much things?" It's like I'm just take a general interest in everything. It's like
And
I'm not trying to
everything.
be an
Yeah.
expert in everything. I like to get
Knowledge is
knowledge.
power.
Yeah,
Knowledge is power, man. That's one thing that I would say to anyone is, is there's no such thing as knowing too much.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like even if you know some of the stupidest things, it might come in handy somewhere.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And again, it could be. I'm thinking some of the things I'm thinking is like, in pub quizzes. I know it sounds so silly, yeah, but
yeah,
it's like one of them things. Oh, that's weird. I know that.
yeah. And you
Do
don't
you
even
know
know
what I
why
mean?
you know it. I just got
Yeah, you
random
don't even
knowledge
know
in my
why.
head.
You just know it. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
100%, man. I totally respect that. Because even like myself, I try and put my fingers in a few different pies.
yeah,
Knowing about a lot of different things. Because again, it's good to know. It's very good
yeah,
to know. So yeah, no, happy days, mate. I like that. I really like that.
yeah. So how about you? How's life been treating you?
Yeah, life's been good. So within the past within the past year, so I lived in London for about 3 years, which obviously but for the listeners, I lived in London for about 3 years. I moved back to Wales, which I'm originally from, um, and it was good. I bought a house, um, because London, I was looking in London, and London's just, I
Yeah,
honestly don't know how you guys do it, man. But I feel like because you're used to it, because you've
yeah,
born and raised there, it's just normal for you. But from someone outside coming in, it's absolutely wild. I'm looking at, one bedroom flats for like 300, 400K. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa, do you know what I mean? Like where I'm from in Wales, God, 300, 400K could buy you a, 8 bedroom house. Do you know what
yeah,
I mean? It's crazy the difference in lifestyle and in the price range of how things are. So it's crazy. So yeah, I bought a house, moved from London, came back, bought a house. Also transitioned to a new job, now a site manager,
yeah,
carpenter by trade. I was on the tools for about 10 years. Managed to get myself a site manager role, which again, the transition, it's a lot, you know, but then same as you, because I'm quite knowledgeable in that sense, I kind of knew a lot of things before even going into this role.
yeah,
So yeah, but it's been good, it's been good. Life's been tough, um, as it can be, but we're moving. I can't. There's definitely been more positives than negatives. So let me put it that way.
yeah,
But yeah, no, life's been good. Life's been good. Nothing I can complain about as such.
yeah. All
I
right.
can
So
see
now,
there you've got a Man United top on. So for the listeners there, yeah, yes, we are Man United fans. This
yeah,
topic may come up occasionally.
Yeah, but every weekend, depending what they do, is how we'll feel in the morning, innit?
Oh, mate. Yeah,
Oh
Man
man,
United, these last couple of years have definitely put us through some ups and downs.
yeah. Sport friendships, left group, WhatsApp group chats because of it.
Oh, mate,
Yeah,
arguments. Oh, mate, it's crazy. It's
non-stop.
crazy. But they're looking good right now.
Yeah,
Camp is making some good signings.
yeah.
Hopefully, the progression for the club is good.
Nah, it's all in good fun.
So yeah,
Actually,
so we.
I've got a question for you. Like, obviously, we're doing this podcast now for obviously we spoke to each other beforehand we started, and we understood the reasons why we were doing it. But
Mhm.
do you wanna elaborate a bit more, like what made you actually want to do a podcast, or even just to have like a space to talk? Because I know when you spoke on the phone the other day for like 30 minutes or so, and I think you just called me to ask a question, but we just started babbling on. But then I thought, like, for me, I know I'm gonna let you answer the question. I'm just gonna answer the question myself or you ask me again. It's just I sometimes feel I don't have that space to talk to someone, And obviously, you can talk to your partner, talk to your family and stuff, but sometimes it's not. It's just not the same. So, like, what was the reasons for you?
So the reasons for me again, I think you're right. It's to get things off my chest. You know, it's to talk to someone who knows me, who can understand me, and also who can challenge me. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I say something and it's like, yeah, I understand what you're doing, but you should have done this, or
Okay.
and I feel like that, for the people out there who listen as well, it's that I hope that you can relate, and understand that you're not the only one, who's going through stuff. There's been a lot of people, especially in my area where I'm from, who are committing suicide and things like this, and they're only young men. You know,
Yeah.
there's not been women. It's been a lot of young men. So for me, I just want to hopefully help people to understand that you're not the only one going through things. It's okay to talk. It's okay to get things off your chest. You know, I understand, pride and the way that the man culture can be, oh, you're a baby, man up, and da da da
Yeah.
da da. But I feel like everyone's different, everyone has different backgrounds, everyone's grown up differently, even the toughest of people, their background can be so traumatic that they just can't deal with it. But to the world, they're this big tough character. Do you know what I mean? And so they can't now put themselves into a vulnerable place.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So for me, I just hope that people can listen and people can understand and relate to the things that we talk about. And hopefully we can help people. I'm more than happy for people to get involved, you know, um, and just express their own life and their own opinion on things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So hopefully that's my main goal from this is to help people, and hopefully people can, you know, from this now go out and get their own advice, or get their own help if needed, or hopefully this helps them massively. But if it doesn't, go out there, get advice, get help, and you're not the only one. You're really not the only one, so don't be afraid to talk. I think that's the main thing. Don't be afraid to talk to people, or talk to someone, anyone, strangers. Do you know what I mean? People in work that you don't even know. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes that they can be the best kind of people to talk to because they don't know anything about you. Do you know what I mean? People who know your background and know your lifestyle, know you're the big tough character, you can't be vulnerable around them. But someone who doesn't know that, you
Yeah. You
can
could be
be.
vulnerable too.
You can be that little bit more vulnerable to them. So I think for me, that is the main objective for this podcast. And I feel like that you're in the kind of same boat as me in that sense.
Yeah, I agree because yesterday I was out, a guy you know yourself, and he had like a little barbecue, like, and there was a young boy there. I think it's about 15 or so, and
Hmm.
he was asking me a few questions he should not have been asking me. Well, I thought anyway, but
Is it
just
something
because
you can say?
uh, he just asked like where I met my partner and so forth in it. So I just felt, bro, you're 15, like you just met me, and how's that? Like, it was a bit brazen for him to ask. But then after because I gave him some time in it. Sometimes people like, they look at young people and they won't even give them 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you bothered me straight away. I've got to be honest, you did.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
within a few minutes, I was like, no, what? Let me actually see where this boy's mindset's at, and I can see whilst he's talking and stuff, he just wants someone to talk to. And I
Okay.
asked about his school grades and stuff, like how's he going out of school? And he's like to me, oh no, this the head teacher's always on his case. Then I asked him, well, why is the head teacher on your case? Oh yeah, but like yeah, but then if the head teacher, he couldn't really give a valid explanation, but I can just see that he wants to be involved with the popular crowd.
Okay.
But as we both know, where that leads you is never good, is it? So, so I couldn't
Nah.
really explain to him to obviously he's not he ain't got my experience in it. So it's like even whatever I say to him, he won't understand it. He just be like, "Oh yeah, you're just another guy saying this." But
Hmm.
I just told him, just relax a bit. That's it. Just relax. It's not about being in everything. Just relax.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I hear it. I feel like that for me again, going from the outside in, coming from Wales to move and live in London,
yeah,
I feel like the mindset of the youth these days is is totally crazy because I feel like everyone now wants to be this gangster or be this this really popular and cool guy and this and like I feel like when we were kids, you know I don't think that that was kind of like the main objective. I think for us it was more about just having fun. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? It was like going out, knocking on your friend's door. Do you know what I mean? Not calling them, not texting them, not Snapchatting, TikToking, whatever, whatever it is people are doing to communicate with people. We're there, out, knock, 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 knock. Hi, Auntie. Is
yeah,
Oscar home? Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? Yeah, Oscar's
yeah,
upstairs. Come in, go and get him. Go out. We're going to the park. We're going to play some football. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I never done that because I grew up in Wales, but I was just using an example. Like, for me, that's what I go knock on my friend's door, bang, bang, bang.
yeah,
Hello, yeah, is so and so home? Yeah, yeah, upstairs. He's just getting changed. We'd be out on our push bikes, going crazy. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And just having fun. But I don't see that with kids these days. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially in London, like, whenever I was scared, first moving to London because I'm like, bro, like, are they gonna mistake me for someone else?
yeah,
You, is my life in danger? The crime rate, you know, the rate of people are stealing things. The way some people are so brazen these days. Pure daylight. I'm seeing boys on electric bikes stealing phones and
yeah,
nicking people shopping from their boot as they're unpacking it. And I'm like, wow, this is really what the youth are doing these days. And it's crazy. And I feel like with Wales, I don't want to generalize everyone, because I understand that everyone's not the same, but this is just from my experience and from what I've seen, is that I feel like that kind of impact that's happening in London now is reflected on the rest of the
yeah,
population. Because I feel like, London being, the biggest, it's kind of like the city that never sleeps. It's kind of like the New York of the
yeah,
UK. Do you know what I mean? Oh, London. And it's fantastic. I do love London. But like that kind of mindset now is moving down to everywhere else. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
crime rate in Wales now is shooting up massively, stabbings. When I was a kid, no one ever was stabbing each other. Do you know what I mean? All right, you'd have fights, don't get me wrong, but no one's going around stabbing people and shooting people and all this. And I feel like, oh, it's crazy, man. So I feel like that if that like the younger generation, like this guy that you had just that older figure to, talk to and give him advice, they might not listen, but it could project him on a path that he never thought he would go to, because
yeah,
he's just following the crowd. So I feel like that it's good that you had that conversation with him.
yeah,
Obviously I understand, you probably can't talk to him every single day, every single week, do you know what I mean? But that probably, benefited him massively because he's just talking to someone who's just going to listen to him. So it's good. And I feel like that again, if you've got younger generations in your family, in your friendship group, age is just a number for me. Do you know what I mean? I've
yeah,
got friends that are older, I've got friends that are younger. Do you know what I mean? So even if you've got younger friends, or friends of friends, or family friends and things like that, don't be afraid to just sit, how's life, mate? Talk to
Yeah,
me, like, do you know what I mean? Because again, this is what I mean about that space where people are not going to judge you. It's like, say for argument's sakes, now I talk to my friend's brother who's younger. He
yeah,
might relate to me more because his brother's not going to tell him off, or his brother's not going to shout at him saying, you shouldn't do this, da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? It was like, I might be like, look, mate, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe this is what you should have done, or why don't you try this?
yeah.
So I feel like, if you've got that younger generation in the family, try and talk to them, try and put them on the right path.
No, I agree. No, I do try to give younger people, even with where I'm working now, I've got a group of 7 guys that I have to manage, and like a few are older than me, a few are younger than me, but like,
How is it? Sorry to interrupt you. How is
look,
it managing older people?
ah, that's actually a really good question. It depends. I feel it's how you go in and carry yourself. So
Hmm. I
obviously,
hear that.
I'm grew up in a African household where you always have to respect your elders. It's just.
Facts.
But as I've got older, it's I still respect my elders, but sometimes some certain adults need to earn your respect. It shouldn't just be given because you're older than somebody. Because sometimes
I
you have
totally
someone who's
agree.
older who just literally has no clue what's going on, or also everyone's circumstances is different. But some of them will like to demand that respect. I don't think that's how respect should be. It should be just be earned. And if someone's doing the correct things and stuff, like, you could just see it if someone's actually moving correctly, then obviously you give them that respect because you see the way they carry themselves. But if you see
Hmm.
someone's not, not doing something that you like to go down and do, or they're just literally not, they're just being mad disruptive, then that's where we have an issue, for myself anyway. But then they will try to say, well, because I'm older than you, you should give me that respect. No, it's not about that. It's just how you carry yourself, and how you treat other people. It's not about, oh, because I'm older than you, you should. It's to everything. It's not a dictatorship.
Yeah,
But
no, I get that because even now in my role as well, I look quite young, like I've got a really baby face for my age.
yeah,
So when I'm there and like you've got the older generation now, kind of like trying to patronize me
yeah,
to a certain degree. And it's like, mate, like I'm a big man. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I'm running this job, bro. So like you've got to treat me with respect if you want to be treated with respect also.
yeah,
I understand, that level of respect for your elders, cool, 100%. I'm not never would never say don't do that, but you have to also respect, the role.
yeah. Of course.
I'm not saying that, I'm saying that I'm here to be a dickhead or to be that person who's like telling you what to do. Because I'm not gonna go and tell an older generation how to do his job because
No,
he's been
he
doing
knows
it
what
for a
he's
long
doing,
time.
isn't it?
He knows
Yeah,
what he's doing. But then don't come to me and try and patronize me and tell me how to do my job when also I've been doing my job for a long time as well.
yeah,
I'm not saying I wouldn't take advice, but I think it's the tone of voice that they use is now either advice or is you're just patronizing me. You're just trying to say I'm
yeah,
a little boy. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah,
yeah.
no, I definitely hear it, but I did interrupt you. Sorry, you were saying about managing older and younger generations.
Again, it's all down to yourself. It's like if you go in there and then you don't, you go in there and you don't know what you're talking about, that's going to cause issues. And if you go there and actually not even trying to respect them, not because they're older, just because it's just as people in it.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's give and take. Now, I always go there with good energy. I'm never going to go there be negative. It's like, if someone's older than me, I even try to ignore the part that they're older than me. We're just, we're both grown men. Shake hands, how you doing, you're right, and we go from there. But as long as you're being respectful, I think they're okay with you. Sometimes I will try, like, as you just said, try to patronize you a bit. But
Hmm.
just because they've done something, or they've been doing the role that way for such a long time, and I've come in with a new perspective, because I've probably seen a quicker way to do it, or
Efficient way to do it.
a more efficient way to, just make
100%.
their life easier, my life easier. But they'll see it as, oh no, I've done it this way for so long. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I see,
Can't teach the old dog new tricks, as they say. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's like, well, like, guy, just do it, my guy, just do it this way. If it doesn't
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
come
yeah.
back. We can talk about it.
We talk about it.
And
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
yeah, yeah. It's
I'd
not, it's
like.
not that. Gone.
No, go on. Sorry.
Because I had an issue last week at work where there was a director that there was a task I'll say I put out for the team, and it was something so quick. Like, guys, just go in, put it on a spreadsheet, it'll be done. And then it got to the end of the week, and some guys were hadn't done it, or they done it a different way. But the way they'd done it,
Hmm.
it was done in a way that it's just going to create more work. Yeah, so I'm like,
Okay.
so
So
you've done
kind
it
of like
this way.
double handing, like,
Yeah, so they're working backwards instead of
okay,
working the way I've set it out. But then
I get you.
I had to look at maybe some guys are not tech savvy or some guys are not this. These are all things you've got to try and mitigate and you can
Hmm.
work around.
Hmm.
But those are things I would say that do make it tough sometimes because you just want the job done. But obviously everyone thinks different ways in it. But
100%, mate.
it's something
That's
I
that's
probably have to maybe because I probably am still new. They felt like they can do that, but it's like nah, that's not really how it should be
how
going.
it should
So
be
even
done. Yeah,
I let
yeah,
them
yeah.
know how I felt. I was like, come on guys, like literally now we're kind of behind because you did it your way and it wasn't productive. So now we're like a day behind and we got to send comms out again to the residents and that's just come on
It's
man.
just, it's like you said, it's making more work than what needs to be done.
Yeah,
But I feel like on that note as well is that now that you've done it their way, is now you can say to them, look, we tried it your way, in a respectable way. Look, we tried it your way. Look, let's try it this way. Do you know what I mean,
yeah,
we made more work for ourselves this way by doing it your way. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Let's try my way now, and let's see how that plans out. Do
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
And I feel like that's something that you shouldn't be afraid to to enlighten. And I'm not saying you in. I'm just speaking it on
no,
generally.
yeah,
So on that note as well, I would like to any of the listeners who who do listen, write in the comments, what you do for work, and if you've ever experienced anything like this, people, patronizing you in a sense, or in Oscar's case, you know, telling you to do something a certain way, and it's made more work for you than needs to be done, and now you've had to backtrack on yourself and basically do things all over again. So yeah,
yeah,
just in the comments below, just let us know. We read everything, and we like to see what people experience, because like I said, everyone's different, everyone experiences different things. Or even if you're an older generation who has done it before, or has or has the roles have been reversed, there's a
yeah,
new guy, a new young guy come in and he's telling you what to do and so on. you know Let us know how that made you feel, because it's I like we like to read it and get other people's perspective of things. Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? But yeah, no,
It's,
100%,
it's,
guys.
it's,
Let,
it's,
let,
it's
let
a
us know.
learning curve. It's a learning curve, isn't it?
100%, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's definitely a learning curve. Like I said, even in my sense, do you know what I mean? It's like, because I'm new, I try not to, go out of my boundaries as such. I do if I need to, because at the end of the day, it's like, respect me, respect my job title. Do you know what I mean? But in the same breath, it's like, I also gotta respect your job and your job title. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? If you're an electrician, say, and you've come to my job now, and you've got to respect it. I respect you, and then you also got to respect me. Do you know what I mean? That's just the way that it works. But yeah, no, it's good. So what's it like with the younger generation then in your in your job role,
Um,
mate?
they're okay, they seem to be okay. They it depends, innit? Because you probably seen it in your field where you get some kids who are eager to learn, and then you got ones who are
Hmm.
just coming in for the paycheck, which is fine. Like everyone needs to
Yeah,
pay their
man.
bills,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can see where all right, you can help me do this and you can't. So you got to try and get the person who's not willing to try and push as hard as the other one to match that work ethic. Because at the end of the day, you're only as good as your team's only as good as the weakest link, right? So if the weakest link is constantly dragging your team back, and then you're getting complaints from the other team members, and this person's not putting their weight and so forth. And I've seen this a lot in many different places I've worked,
Hmm.
and it's just maybe that person's not doesn't feel fulfilled in the role they're doing. Just I always tell younger people, like, make sure, like, if you go for a role, pick something that you're interested in. You know,
Definitely,
yeah, because that way,
100%. No,
yeah, because the
I
bad
totally.
days. Sorry, go on.
No, go on. Sorry.
No, I say when you have like a bad day, like you just wake up one day just like, oh, I'm not in the best of moods, and go into a job that you actually don't like. Oh, it makes it just
Oh. makes things
You know,
10 times worse.
makes it 10 times
100%.
worse. Yeah,
100%. I totally agree. And again, for anyone who's listening who don't know what they want to do for their career, I'm 30 years of age now, just to get that out there, guys. Yes, black don't crack, baby.
yeah,
But I'm a carpenter. I didn't know what I wanted to do till I was about 19, 20 years of age. Do you know what I mean? I was back and forth college and high school, sixth form, you know, and then I was just like, it's not for me, first of all, I tried bricklaying. So I dropped out of school at 16, went back to college. I did bricklaying, absolutely hated it with a
you do like
passion.
bricklaying. Bricklaying's all right. I've got a story for that.
I
Don't
couldn't, I
worry about
couldn't,
bricklaying down the
I
line.
couldn't I couldn't do it. But this is what I'm saying about everyone's different. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Like, whereas you would have enjoyed, I didn't enjoy it, but I needed to try something. So, and my mum being my mum, she was very like, I don't mind you dropping out of school, but you're just not doing nothing. You know,
yeah,
I said, cool. So I went to college. Did a year in bricklaying. I completed my year, by the way. I completed it, even though I absolutely hated it. I completed my year, and then I went back to school for 2 years in sixth
yeah,
form. And I've gone back to school now, and I hated that. Do you know what I mean? I went, but I hated the academics. Do you know what I mean? Especially going from college where it was quite laid back and chilled, and the tutors there were, almost like your mate in a sense.
yeah,
Where it's like you've gone back to school now. It's like you're like this little boy now, and like you got to think you're touching like 16, 17, 18 years of age now. So it's like, you're getting that attitude, you're getting that maturity levels now, and you're thinking, I'm the man kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah, again, I did my 2 years in sixth form, even though I hated it. I still completed my 2 years in sixth form. And then coming into to my last year of sixth form, I said, nah, I need to get into something. So I was speaking to a couple of people, and someone said to me, trades never die. I said, yeah, I've heard that. That's why I tried bricklaying. It's like, well, why don't you try carpentry? And I was
yeah,
like, what's that? Like, what's carpentry? I was ignorant to the thing. As everyone says, whenever I say I'm a carpenter, and this is no disrespect, but obviously because of the word carpentry, people think, oh, do you lay carpets? And
yeah,
and mate, honestly, you would be surprised the amount of people that say, oh, you lay carpets.
yeah.
Maybe not so much now, but especially when I was first getting into the role, it's like, oh, carpets. Why are you fitting carpets for? And I was like, no, carpentry is more
Carpentry.
woodwork. Like fitting doors, architraves, stud walls, laminate flooring,
Yeah,
kitchens, there's windows, carpet roofs. There's
yeah,
carpentry was such a wide aspect of things. And when people were telling me that, oh yeah, you can do this, now you can do this, you can do that. And it interested me very much. So I done my research, I went on YouTube. So again, this is a little bit of a backstory how I got into my role. I found this place, this construction place. I went there, asked them if they had any apprenticeships. Went to a few different places. They was like, no, 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 no. But I was adamant, I was really like eager to get into a role. So I kept going back. Oh, how about now? Even though they told me they're not taking on any apprentices, I kept showing my face. How about now? How about now? How about now? And I think I've done it about 6 times. Honestly,
yeah.
like this is no word of a lie. And after like the seventh time, I went back in there and he said, do you know what, mate? He's like, I like you. I like the fact that even though I've turned you down and turned you down and turned you down, you've still come back in and you've asked. And because of your eagerness, I'm going to give you a chance.
Okay.
And honestly, I've not looked back from then. Do you know what I mean? Like because of my persistence, he might have found me the most annoying person, but
Probably
clearly
did. Yeah.
he probably did, mate. But in the back of his mind, he had that level of respect for me because he was like, this is a young man, trying to make a living, like trying to, get his bag, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then he gave me the opportunity. I done my 3 years carpentry, so I'm an MVQ level 3 carpenter. Um, I did all that, and then it's progressed me from there. Now I've gone there. I was on the tours for many many years, but now I'm a site manager. So it's like it's I think that don't be afraid to have that eagerness, to have
Yeah.
that willingness to go out there and be that annoying character to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, that person might respect it. They might have only turned you down because they want to see if you come back.
True.
because
Opposites
because
attract.
they want to see if you really really want, because like you said, this generation now, some people not in it to learn, some people are in it just for the money, which okay, I hear it. But in the field of construction, you have to be willing to learn, because
Yeah,
people die all the time. People have some serious injuries, losing hands, losing feet, losing legs, losing
yeah,
arms, losing life. You know, it so you need to have some sort of something about you. Otherwise, it can go south very, very quick for you.
yeah. Of course. All right
Yeah,
then. No, I don't agree. But I feel like we've been speaking for quite a while, haven't we? That's what I mean. The conversation just flows.
it does,
Um,
man. But this is what I like. This is what I want
yeah,
people to understand, is that you know, you just talk about anything. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And you can literally talk about anything. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about, it's mad. We're talking about now, the older generation, or we're talking about moving in London, and now we're talking about job roles and how we got them. Do you know what I mean? It's just something and somewhere where people can just come and listen and just
yeah,
hear about people's lives. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully that it helps them to express more about their life.
yeah. Now, to be fair, with I didn't want to pick your brain about the whole moving from Wales to London, but we could
No, go on.
talk
Let's
about.
let's no, let's
No, we
do
can
it.
have that on another episode because I think
Okay,
that'd be
fair
like
enough.
long because there's so much questions I actually want to ask. It won't be like a quick explanation. It would just be
Fair.
you know on and on and on. But even to finish up, before me and you started this podcast, we said we're always going to do something that we're going to not challenge each other, but like hold each other accountable. So one of my main goals is there's something I'm trying to do. I've done it before. That was a long time ago. I'm trying to do it again.
Hmm.
So
I don't know what this is, by the way, guys.
yeah, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know once I feel like I'm satisfied with the work I've done on it. Then I'll announce it on the show. But the other one is actually just getting into. I know everyone's doing fitness. It's not like a. It's not like ooh everyone's doing fitness. It's no. I'm actually just trying to get back into shape. Obviously, the injury and everything.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. The foot from football, your knee, right?
yeah, that you caused.
I'm just too
But
good, guys. I'm too good. I'm too
we,
good. I
we, we
can't
can even
help
go.
it.
We can even go
I
into that
broke
because.
his ankles. The sniper came out. Boom.
But you know what? We keep it on a later episode. We could actually touch on that subject because that. If I'm being totally honest with you, that had like a really big effect on my life. Like,
I can imagine.
yeah. So, for example, when people say, "Oh, if I didn't go football, my life would have went that way." If I didn't go football that day, my life could have went this direction. But because I went football that day, it went
Hmm.
another direction. But I
Hmm.
know everyone
Hmm.
has injuries, but everyone doesn't see how it affects somebody in it. Like, moving forward from there.
100%. And
Uh,
look, we will touch on it, but I think that even that injury now has probably put you on a path that you're on now.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I think everything happens for a reason. So I think even with your injury, is that I bet that time was tough for you. I can't imagine. Obviously, you kind of went through it, but I think that this is something else that people can also relate to. Is that you know you can have these injuries and you can still bounce back from it.
yeah,
You can, guys. You can really bounce back from it. Do you know what I mean? Don't think that I've done my ACL, or I've done this, or I broke my leg and I can't.
yeah.
Your life isn't over, guys. Trust me. You
No,
can bounce back from it.
that's how
You
you bounce
can.
back, innit?
100%. Hey, what's that famous Rocky saying? Is not how hard you get hit, it's how
It's
hard you
hard
get
to
up,
get back.
or something like
Yeah,
that, isn't it?
how you get back up.
Oh, how you get back up. Yeah, I can't remember it
Yeah,
word for word, but yeah, something along them lines. So guys, always get back up. That's the moral of it.
yeah.
Always get back up. No matter how many times you get pushed down, hit down, thrown down, get up. Get up, head high, man. Get
Yeah.
up, man.
The worst thing is to give up. That's actually the worst thing.
Facts.
That's
That
like
makes you the loser now.
don't give up. You get back up.
You got to get back
Um,
up, man. You got to get back up. 100%. 100%, man.
so next Sunday, um, yeah, just ask me how many times did I go gym or what have I been doing. So I'm gonna start running more now, rather than
Yeah, so
lifting
now now
weights.
now now you've put it out there, we're all gonna hold you accountable for
Yeah,
this.
yeah, that's it. This
So
thing's
how
to hold
many
each other accountable to make sure we achieve our goals that
we're setting ourselves, yeah?
we
So
set
how so how
ourselves. Yeah.
how many times a week are you thinking about running, or doing your fitness, should I say, cardio or
Um,
whatever?
Lucky enough, I've got a garden in it. It's still summertime, so I got a lot of my gym stuff there. Because sometimes driving to the gym in the morning, I just can't be bothered. Because Beckton where I live is just I can't be asked. If I got all this stuff set out in the garden, I've got no excuse. Like literally, because
Mm,
my body size is, I've got quick muscle memory. So if I go gym or do anything like that, quickly I'm back into shape. But it's not. I want to get more of a flat stomach and just be more slim and just fit, slim and fit. And that's the hard bit I find. Putting on muscle is easy, but
mm-hmm.
so yeah. So
Well, do you know what? Do you know what? I try to I set myself. Um, I do a lot of walking and stuff anyway.
yeah,
With my job, up and down. I can imagine, you're probably in the same boat.
yeah,
But I try and when I finish work, I try and set myself a 20-minute cardio goal.
okay,
So when I finish work, I might go out for 20 minutes, do another 20-minute walk, light
yeah,
jog. I might go to the gym. And if I do go to the gym, I'll say, right, my 20 minutes I'm gonna put into the gym now. So I might do it before my session, after my session. I might do a, 15 incline walk. I might
yeah,
do 20 minutes or maybe 10 minutes on a stepper, because the stepper is absolutely brutal. Um, 10 minutes on a stepper, and then,
yeah,
a 10-minute walk. So again, that's it. So I think it's good that you set yourself that goal. So now we're gonna hold you accountable for that.
yeah. Definitely.
We're gonna
Start
hold you
that
accountable
tomorrow,
for that.
mate. Right, cool. Ez, it's been brilliant.
Yes, it's been very fun,
Sweet.
guys.
Thanks, guys, for joining the village table. Is honestly, I don't know where this is going to take us, but literally, if you want to join, just have a chat with the lads.
Yeah, feel free,
Lots to
guys.
talk, man.
Like I said, we comment in below. We read everything, and we try and relate to everything. If there's something you guys want us to talk about, something you want us to relate to and try and help you with in your life, please, guys, let us know. Don't be afraid. Just slap a comment in the link below, and yeah, man, let us know, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're here, baby, and we're here back next week. Back next Sunday, every Sunday. Also, guys, that's another thing we wanted to touch on. We're gonna try and link up once a month to try and get a live face-to-face video going. Because I'm in Wales at the minute, and Oscar's obviously in London. So this is why we're doing it like this. But yeah, once a month we're gonna try and touch base and have a real, face-to-face live interaction. So yeah, feel free again to let us know what you want us to talk about on that. Yeah, get involved, guys. We're here. We're
Right,
here.
sweet. All right, Ez, I'll shout you, bro.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, and thank you, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We're here, guys. Take it
Right,
easy.
sweet. Take care, guys. Sweet.